Welcome everybody to today's stream. Hope you had a nice day so far. Let's start with some PvP, I guess. So let's first check out the, how's it called, bonus event. So we have the bonus event, if you don't know. We have a nice buff going, just more rewards for playing the same game mode that we always play. That sounds good. And also I hope that we have more people now joining because of that. Not only because of the buff, but also because of this achievement. I think we will also get some astral acclaim for it, yes. And just playing some PvP matches, you will get all the achievements that you need. And you get one of those boxes per day, I think. Or when you open this one. Not per day, but once you get this chance of getting an infusion, yeah, nice. And then you just get some more tickets, another permanent finisher choice box, that's really nice if you are caring for this. And really important obsidian weapon if you need, if you care for the skin, but that's the big one. 100 plus 50 instant reward check progress. This is, if you put that in their context, this is almost 4 full reward tracks. So as soon as you accept these achievements, the boxes, the wiggling boxes, thanks Dash for the follow. So if you accept those boxes, these wiggly boxes here, you will get 160, almost 150. So almost 4 full reward tracks instantly, which is insane. So really, really good. And definitely worth doing if you are somewhat enjoying PvP. Very worthwhile, especially with the buff. Okay, so just to, before we start the match queuing, we got the question by Dash, which open world builds are somewhat similar to Untamed, not only in the playstyle, but also in the strengths. So, okay, I was first thinking about, okay, if you like a melee build, then typically I would recommend Warrior, I would recommend maybe even Reaper. But if the playstyle of Reaper doesn't suit you, that's totally fair. Then I would say going for something like a Warrior is probably the closest thing. But in my opinion, Warrior is a boring ranger. Especially if you come from Untamed, because I think Untamed is one of the most, if not the most exciting class to play because you have so many buttons to press. If you enjoy this kind of playstyle, it's really hard to find another class in Guild Wars that has similar amount of buttons. Yeah. So if you are looking for a really difficult build that also is not only challenging but also performs really well, then I would say a lot of my builds that I release are more focused to people that are not that skilled and want to still perform well. So it's a bit tricky to satisfy both of those groups. So let me quickly think about what classes we have. So like I said, Reaper would be probably the most similar one from playstyle when it comes to Necromancer. When it comes to Elementalist, I would say Elementalist is a little bit hard because you have a lot of buttons, yes, but in the end, especially if you play Catalyst, if you play, what else can you play that is really good in open world? Maybe Tempest, you just spam all your buttons. It's not like you really think a lot about all the of the blades. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's not that good, I would say, compared to Untamed. And then we have Mesmer. I would say Mesmer, especially Chronomancer, can be really, really good. Chronomancer is probably the hardest light armor class when it comes to that, because it also has a nice mechanic with the continuum shift going back and stuff. And also you can think about it a lot and you can make it really worthwhile to just combo all your stuff, because especially, for example, with the Mesmer Spear, you have a lot of combo potential. So I think Chronomancer might suit you. I am not sure if you can make a Chronomancer build for open world that is actually performing as well as an Untamed build, to be honest. The reason for that is Chronomancer is really good at supporting and dealing damage. But if you are only yourself, then all your support is not that relevant. welcome, Ons. Okay, so you have the same issue. Yeah, I guess it's an issue that a lot of people have, I guess. So, I would say I can maybe come up with a build for Chronomancer in the future. But I have to be really, let's say, down to the ground here and say, I am not sure if I can rival Untamed. Because Untamed sustain is insane in PvE. You have so much Untamed, Untamed had so much potential just from all the different traits and stuff that just work in favor of it. And Chronomancer doesn't have any of that, so all you get is the Sakiros Relic, for example, that heals you passively. And that makes it really hard. So I would say, from the challenge perspective, I would say a power Chronomancer in open world might be even more challenging than Untamed because it's not as broke. And yeah, I think that would be my choice if I think about it now. But like I said, I'm not sure if I can come up with a build that is extremely strong and is maybe even rivaling Untamed. I think that would be my first go-to Chronomancer with Spear. Probably maybe something like Dagger and Shield in the other hand, something like that. So you have a ranged and a melee set, so that always good. You have some blocks. For trades, Mesmer is a bit hard, so I'm not completely sure. I had to do some testing because, yeah. Okay, so Condi Soul Beast, yes, I think Condi Soul Beast is also working quite decent, but I think Dash is looking for something that is a bit more... I think Condi Soul Beast is just mash your buttons and you have some nice damage, but it's not so different from Untamed in the sense that it's you have the same class, it's a ranger in the end. So I would say I think he's looking for something that is a little bit more different, a different class, not just a different style of ranger. At least that's what my understanding was. For medium armor classes, I would say nothing comes even close to Untamed except Mechanist, and Mechanist is the total opposite of Untamed in that sense that you have a pet, yes, that's the same thing, but I would say the pet is so important you don't really care what you do, the pet is doing almost all the work. So I'm not sure if that's something for you. The Mechanist is something that I would recommend to someone that is not really their experience in the game. When it comes to heavy armor classes, I would say Revenant has some really strong specs with Vindicator and Herald, yeah, just for the damage and the easiness. However, I would say the strongest one of those is Renegade, just from the damage perspective. But it's also the hardest one and it's also the least sustained one. So I would say Revenant is probably not my choice that I would recommend to you. For Guardian, I would say if you like a power build and not a Condi build, then I would say it's not that good. Guardian is more like a power or Celestial one variant, either Willbender or Firebrand. Power, yeah, you could make a power Willbender work, I guess, but Firebrand is not working as powered that well. So I would say for heavy armor classes, I would go for Warrior for sure. And I think I would say Berserker is probably the best choice there. The reason for that is that Berserker, I can show you. There is a Condi build for Berserker. I wanted to do some PvP, but I will answer this question, of course. Where is it? Berserker has... Wow. Thanks for the sub. Really appreciate it, Dash. But it's of course not necessary. I really appreciate it though. So for Berserker, you have some really cool and intriguing elements in it. It's a little bit like an Untamed. So for Berserker, you have a trait that brings something really cool here. Gain stability and endurance when entering Berserk mode. Yeah, that's nice. Trigger traits that when entering Berserk mode, also triggering when you exit it. And that in combination with all your other traits that you could choose here, it's really, really good. You get healing converted into damage, just like Untamed, and you get just damage immunity and the stun break whenever you enter or exit with the straight Berserk form. So that makes this build way more, yeah, reactive or let's say, even proactive, because you can deny damage and don't have to heal after it. So I think it's actually really good. It's really, really good. I think it's not I wouldn't put it in top tier power Berserker build just because your weapon choices are not that crazy strong right now. They nerfed Spear a bit. It has a nice amount of damage, but the evade is gone on it, which is a little bit sad. And I would say Warrior has a lot of choices, but for Condi, it's very straightforward. So I would recommend for heavy armor classes Berserker, either going for Celestial one with Condi, or going for Power one, which I don't have a build guide yet. So I have to think about what exactly I would choose here. But those traits down here are extremely strong in the defensive way. Sadly not in the offensive way, but in a defensive way, this would be my choice. Power Berserker with those traits might actually be really, really good. I have a guide with Spear about it, but like I said, Spear, I'm not sure if I would choose Spear again. So to summarize, Berserker, power build with Spear, or Berserker with Celestial, and the build that I show here right now. That would be my heavy armor choices, and for light armor, I would definitely say Chronomancer as a power build with Spear is insane. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, exactly. I think it's always good to start with a build that is optimized for damage and then think about what you can drop to make it a bit more sustaining. I think that is the way you should approach open world. Because as soon as you start with a build that you came up with yourself, you will end up with way less damage than you might possibly want in the beginning. So the idea is always to say, okay, I want the maximum damage, and then I sacrifice a little bit, sacrifice a little bit more, just to sustain in long enough to survive the fight. And I think really good things, for example, are changing the relics, maybe changing utility skills, maybe changing a single trait. That can help a lot. So I think going from the raid build is definitely a smart choice. Yeah, Berserker was on my list as B tier, or some, I'm not sure, I think A or B. I think it might have been A, I'm not completely sure. Because I think it's really strong. It's not as strong as the S tier builds, because I rated most of my builds how easy they are to play, and I think especially a power Berserker is way harder than, for example, a Condi Herald. Just because the amount of thinking that you have to put in to make this build work, because you have to keep track of your Berserk form, when you're on invuln procs, when you get your healing and stuff, is too hard to recommend to a new player. Yeah, that's my point why I would say, okay, it's not, I don't like to put it in S tier. That was my thinking. Yeah. So as a very, let's say, skilled player that also likes Untamed because it's so challenging, I would say you are definitely fine with Berserker. So I would say it's definitely something that is worth trying out. Like I said, I'm not sure what's currently the best power build for Berserker, but the Condi one is definitely a really strong build. So I would highly recommend you to check it out. Sorry that I don't have a perfect build guide ready for that. Will come in the future, don't worry about it. But yeah, I hope you have fun with this. So, welcome everybody else. I also want to join in the PvP rush right now. Let's check out what our team is. So on this build, in this map, I don't want to play any support. It's just not good, because we have potentially 5 points that we have to contest. And they have a lot of damage. I could go Reaper, which is a little bit, suicidal, I have to say, because they have so much damage and everyone can pot on me. But I think I will stick to Willbender for now. Let's see how it goes. Maybe I regret that choice in the end. Welcome, Galen. Welcome, everyone. Be sure, by the way, to enter the giveaway. We have a giveaway ongoing. Let me check. I will check after the match. Sorry, but
hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
So, okay. Okay, everyone is pushing close from our team. That's not good. Okay, I guess we can kill this Weaver here.
Your enemy has the temple now.
Okay, we got the Weaver. Very good. Let's see. Yeah, I try to put as much videos out as I can, but also try to improve the quality all the time. I think I really try my best to make this work, but sometimes it's just hard to keep up with the meta and the builds, that, especially for all the game modes, so I try my best for sure. Sad. They had a stun break ready. So, where is my team there still? I have to save my Condic lens on my spear here, just to make sure that I don't get killed by the Fire Weaver. I guess we got the... I think we're in a somewhat decent spot here on the map. Oh, sad. If I had the if I would have hit the second thing here, then this guy would be dead for sure. Okay, we got him in the end even. I think we should kill this guy. Yeah, very good. Then this guy's the next one. Okay, we got him. Now this guy. It's like a farm festival here. Let's see. Where did he port? Okay, there he port. Okay, we got him as well. Yeah, Wilbender mobility is actually quite decent. So you could see here, Court of Thief. So now we have to be careful. This is a really aggressive push here. It's not something I would recommend. So we will probably lose this if we don't disengage, because they're all on respawn, so they will all push into us. Maybe I can kill this guy. So I hold as long as I can my healing skill here, just to make sure, because I actually don't have that much pressure on me if the harp is dead or pressured. Nice, we got the harp. Oh, I almost got the CC. Nice CC, very good, my teammate. I think I'm... Oh, that was so sad, 1%. At least we got the upper buff. Yeah, I totally get that feeling, Dash. I was grinding so hard, I think it was a year ago or something, for the legendary open world armor and all the suffuse pieces. It was insane. As soon as I was done with the meta events, I went never back to the... Yeah, just to the Soto things. It's not that the metas or the open world is that bad, it's just at some point you don't want to see it anymore. I totally get that. PvP is just crazy right now. The meta is so aggressive, I feel like. At the same time, it can be really tanky, and it's crazy actually. This guy is so dead. Oh, that was sad, the interrupt here. Nice, we got him. Please kill him this time, please. Yeah, yeah. I think it's really important in Guild Wars 2 to keep it slow and don't grind too hard, because otherwise you will burn out. I had it multiple times in my, let's say, Guild Wars 2 career, if you want to say it like that. I had times where I just wasn't sure if I wanted to continue the grind or the... Nowadays I just keep playing the game because I like it, and that's good enough for me. Okay. Nice, we got him.
Tranquility has appeared.
Yeah, Viva in 2024. That's just sad. Let's hope the new balance patch is better, but this guy just died. Straight up died to my damage without any counter pressure.
Your enemy has the temple now.
I almost got him there, but it's just unlucky in the last second to get sniped because of the stealth. That's why they win the whole map. So sad. So let me quickly bring up the giveaway. No, not this one. There we go. There's the giveaway. So everyone, we have a Blackline skin giveaway going on. It's around, I'm not sure, maybe 50 to 60 gold, something like this. The 3 skins you can see there. And yeah, you have to type !ticket in the chat. And yeah, everyone has a chance to win. Subscribers get double the luck. So it's somewhat fair. My team lost the bottom buff, and I can't leave here because then my I will get killed, possibly by this guy again. There's the thief. Yeah, if the bot says that it's failed to enter, you're already in. That's the thing. It won't send you any confirmation. I don't want to have get any confirmation spam in the chat. Thanks for the sub. Thanks a lot. Yarmnam. Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it. Be sure to enter the giveaway. You have double the chance of winning as a subscriber. So I guess I blame against 2 people here. That's a really close match. I think I have to concentrate here a bit. Otherwise I might lose. Or I might still lose even if I concentrate. So I guess we have to focus on this guy. But there are 3 people here, so I can't help them. Okay, never mind, they have too much damage. But I guess 3 people is fine. Yeah, sure, I will let you know. It will run for a while, so don't worry. Have fun walking your dog. So if you have any questions, I'm always happy to answer. I'm not the most skilled player in any game mode, but I know a lot about the game, so if you want to know something, be sure to ask. So, let's see, maybe I can get the decap here, maybe not. That was a really good dodge by this guy. He dodged the immobilize and the CC from our teammate here. That's insane how much damage they do. It's the power hub with a power untamed. And if they are on me, the CC chain and the just consistent damage is crazy. It's really crazy. Yeah, I got him. Nice, and now we can let him bleed. This is the best player in the enemy team. I can't win this, it's a 1-on-1 build, I will not win this. Yes, I would agree on that it's easy to learn because it doesn't have that many buttons to press, but it's hard to master because if you time your buttons correctly, I would say it's definitely something that can chop stun that you would not see people succeed in with, at least in my opinion. So this is a power one, now he popped his really strong skill, just kite here. Yeah, I can't win this. It's as soon as he pops the elite, it's lost for me if I can't disengage. And we won. Very nice. Was a close one. Yes, sure. Yeah, was a nice match. Was a nice match. Very close. And very, very decent enemies, and my team was actually also doing a somewhat good job. I did not expect it in a ranked match to happen, but it was actually quite nice. Yeah, so be sure to use the Greater Call of the Mists if you have anything saved up. The really important part here is, so 2 things. First of all, you get more rewards for playing PvP, so if you enjoy PvP, do it. And secondly, you get those achievements here, which can give you a lot of those instant reward progress potions. It's really, really good. So just by playing the same game mode, you get more achievements or more loot, and the loot that you get is even amplified by those potions. And then, don't forget, this is also increasing the magic find in PvP from the boxes. So all of those boxes here, even though it doesn't specifically say it's increased by magic find, all the reward track boxes, if you open them, they will take into account your magic find. So if your character has like almost 700 magic find, the chance of getting rare stuff is way higher. And what does rare stuff mean? For those boxes, not for those, but for example for those, they have a chance of dropping ascended gear. So if you're a new player, you can now play PvP, have fun while doing it, getting some more gold, farming maybe for your legendary backpack or something, and still have the chance of finding Ascended Gear. What more do you want? It's perfect. So be sure to check it out, it's really good. And you can also see the matches are way more consistent in that sense, because you get more people playing. The matchmaker makes the teams more evenly, just more fair. And therefore it's really nice. I would say it's the best chance to play PvP if you haven't done so in a while, for sure. And on Friday we also get a new preview, balance patch preview by the ArenaNet developers. So I will of course make an update video about it, but I have high hopes for this balance patch. So maybe that will also bring some more people back into the PvP scene, or back into PvP when we just get more action, more balance going on. Yeah, so I would say Dash, the thing is, it's not like they will completely rework builds that are really good in PvE. I think PvE is not their main target for balance patches. It's more the competitive modes, because that's the only thing that they really get all year for those balance patches. So typically it's just like when you have, for example, there was a rework of Renegade a while back. That's when it's also affecting PvE. But most of the time it's not really, they don't nerf Untamed because the healing is too good in PvE. That's not how it works. They say PvE, who cares if a build is broke? You know, it's just how it is. They only care if you have a build that is really, really good in PvP. For example, you have Willbender's Spear that is completely busted. I really anticipate nerfs to it. That's when people care about nerfs and balancing. So let's play some Necromancer. So, Alan, that's the cool thing about PvP, or all the legendaries for that matter. If you just put in the grind and put in the hours to get the legendaries that you want, you don't have to have any rank for that. Yeah, you just play whatever you like. However, I would say having a mindset of playing PvP because you like it and want to improve at it helps you way more to get to the PvP armor. So I think the rank is not really mattering. I think the only rank that you have to be really by the game itself is rank 20. I think rank 20 in PvP is the rank that you need to play ranked, because you need ranked rewards like the Ascended Shards of Glory to get the legendary PvP armor. So this is the only requirement that you need to have. Everything else is just putting in the hours, putting in the work, or if it's work for you, just playing the game, having fun. That's how you get there. So I would say play when you can, and if you enjoy it, play more. If you don't enjoy it, don't do it. Because PvP can be really toxic at times, or just frustrating, let's say. Because not often you will see everyone will engage with me in this match. So it can be really frustrating to play against people, for example, oftentimes. So I would say sometimes it's just not working out that well. Where is everyone? No, definitely not. You have to everyone gets the chance of the legendary armor. The only thing that is really... This guy double dodged, okay. Oh my gosh. This is not good. Not good if you get CC chained by a rampaging warrior in a 1v2. Not good. Yeah, so everyone gets the PvP armor in the end. You just have to put in some hours. You could be the worst player on the whole world. It doesn't matter. You get it in the end. You don't even have to win matches. Of course, it goes way faster if you win. Yes, Berserker has quickness access, and actually is one of the very strong quickness damage dealers, because it has very strong quickness application, very easy, or just you play the same build with, how is it called? the quickness trait has a little bit less damage, but it's very similar to the power build that you can run it on a Berserker. It's very selfish. It is not buffing a lot, but it has a lot of damage that's making up for that. So now I'm pushing far, which is obviously really risky, but my team is losing close, so yeah. So is longbow viable in PvP? Depends which longbow you are referring to, because there are multiple classes that can use longbow. For Berserker, I would say, yeah, is a really good build with a Condi build that is really working really well. For most other classes, longbow is not that crazy good. I would say maybe for Ranger is working decently well, but every other class, longbow is not particularly strong. Yeah. It's also because not a lot of other classes actually can use longbow. So, what? How did that rest get through? That's crazy. So, Condi Longbow Berserker is really, really good in PvP. Not... If you can play it, it's probably one of the best side-noting builds right now. But it's not that easy, that I have to warn you. For all the other builds, Longbow on DH is decent and Longbow on Ranger is decent. But it's not highest tier, I would say. It's so hard to kite against so many CCs. Okay, we have this guy. But our team lost again the map. This is a really difficult match. I will go no pot spot here just to make sure that no one will engage on me, but you can see we are losing the whole map. They have a good player here, and my team is getting trolled on far as well. How did that hit? Okay, I don't complain, it works. So if I have a favorite class, I would say the answer is yes, but it depends on the game mode, which is a bit of a, yeah, evasive answer, I get it, but I think it's highly dependent, and it's also changing, I have to say, dependent on the current state of the game. I'm not always, sometimes I'm getting bored of a class and swapping around. So when it comes to PvP right now, I think Necromancer is really fun. When it comes to PvE, I like really to play Mesmer. Mesmer has so many different choices, all of them are great. And lastly, in World vs. World, I like Elementalist. So you can see light armor classes are heavily favored by me. For PvE open world, that's a tough one. Let me concentrate here. I have to not die here, I guess. Okay, I'm dead. I have 3 people on me with the sword buff. I'm instantly dead, that's too much. Yeah, so PvE, open world. I have to be honest, currently I'm really enjoying Virtuoso. I just put a build guide about it out, and it was I was so surprised that it worked, because before I thought, okay, Virtuoso is a really selfish build, doesn't have any capabilities to buff itself, but it's really, really good. It's so fun when you make a build work that you couldn't play before, you haven't thought about playing, because to be honest, it doesn't seem like Virtuoso is a build that is really working out well if you look at it first. But if you think about what builds or what traits you can run, it's actually working really, really well. So I would say that's currently my favorite open world build. Just because I really like to have, for example, if I solo bounties that have the really annoying ranged circle ring, I really like to have a ranged weapon that Virtuoso, I think, does a lot of its damage is ranged, so that's a really good thing. Yeah, too much damage from 2 people. Classical Necromancer. Yeah, I think build crafting is so satisfying. I think if I... the really important thing for me is build crafting has to be complex to a certain extent, but it has to be also satisfying if you can make it work. That's why I like Guild Wars build crafting so much, because it has so much potential in that sense. Because the builds you only choose, let's say, maybe 10 weapon and utility skills, but in the end you make a really nice package. So it's not like you choose 30 different utility skills and stuff to make a whole package. No, it's just a little bit. You have to really choose and pick and choose what is good for you. So I really enjoy that, and that's why I like this build crafting so much. So if I would ever release videos about other games, I really think I would play games that are somewhat close in the build crafting process. I think build crafting is the most essential thing that I think is what I enjoy the most in games. So don't forget to enter the giveaway. We will leave it running for a little bit more longer. Exclamation mark ticket in the chat. Yeah, I think it's important that the game also has not only that you choose a gear or just a skill set and then it works or it doesn't work. I think that's boring. I think you have to make it work. That's why I like the Guild Wars combat so much, because it's not, typically at least, you don't succeed just because of the build. Typically you have to put some effort in and learn it, or at least understand how it works. And that's why my build guides are always also explaining this every single trait to make it, yeah, just easier for people to get to that point where they understand everything that I'm trying to do or trying to achieve with this build. Here we're against Zeus, and you have such a slow team. Maybe it's a support match. Maybe it's a support match. Yeah, so I don't know. That's just my take. I know some people just want to copy a build and play it and succeed with it, but I think it's important that you understand what a build wants to do and then have some complexity, some learning process after you have the build, just to make the build a little bit more intriguing for me to learn. Because I think if I have a build and if I have no, so to say, skill ceiling to reach, because everyone is the same as soon as you copy the build, I think that's boring. So that's why I really enjoy Guild Wars 2 PvP, because you can copy a build that won a monthly AT, but that doesn't mean you will win any match with it, because you have to understand how it works, you have to play. Yeah. So that's my take on that. Yeah, but the sad part is, or not the sad part, but the truth is, a lot of people want just to copy the build. And if I show you my retention graphs on my content, oftentimes I have build guides that the first 30 seconds are being watched just to see what the build is about. And then they skip to the corresponding section where I talk about traits and stuff and gear, and then they leave the video. So the average time of watch time is maybe around, I don't know, 1 minute. So that's just the sad truth that a lot of people just do it like that. And that's why my videos, in my opinion, are performing worse than they could perform, especially build guides. Because I think not a lot of people put in the effort to explain the build. And some people always say, oh, you should not explain the builds, you're just reading the traits. Yeah, that might seem at first glance that I'm just doing that. But in the end, I'm also like to... Oh, there's someone playing Portal. That's some cook here. Yeah, that it might seem that I just read the traits here. I'm not sure if I can. This was a really nice stun here. I did not expect to be stunned here from my necromancer. Why is everyone and their mom playing Power Herald right now? Oh, the Guardian got me. I think I think I will just kill the worm. Or maybe not. No, I totally get your point. I think it's important that you have different opinion on how content is perceived, yeah. But it's just sad that people don't value my content to the extent that I was hoping, because I put a lot of effort in, and people just say you're talking shit or stuff. That happens. So I get that, but I think I really like to. I don't know where to go. My team is just dead. Yeah. Nice. Welcome to the stream then. This is a tough one. We should only go for 2 cap here for sure. But I'm not sure if my team is really realizing that. And also I'm not sure if I can survive here. They are really pressuring. Just die on point here. My team is again far. It's not something where you should go. Yeah, I really hope that my channel is getting more traction, because I put a lot of effort in, and I think my videos are also getting better. I really like to have feedback from you. If you say maybe my voice, my video, my whatever, if something is bad, I really like constructive criticism. So please don't be shy and hesitate. Always write me what you think about the video, what you think I should improve. That's really, really important. But in a friendly and constructive way. If you just say my video is shit, that doesn't help me at all. So I really want to emphasize that. I'm really looking forward to getting some nice feedback from you. Maybe I get this guy. Wait, how did it... What? Okay, that was weird. Okay, I survived at least. That's good. But my team has to help me here, because I'm a little bit pressured as soon as I leave. Maybe I get the emote here. Very nice. Nice, very nice. Blast finishers, gaming. Got all the decaps. Very good here. Maybe I get another kill on this Reaper. Very nice. Okay, he got the glyph. That's okay. Now they don't have a glyph anymore, which is fine. Why is no one focusing the thief? That's not good. My team is always pushing far, that's not good. I mean, I had the glyph, that's the sad part. I'm not sure why it didn't work in that fight before. Oh yeah, the Starlight Lantern, that's the sad part. When you have to do it 18 times, I know it, I know the feeling. Yes, I have a lot of PvP build guides on YouTube as well. Also not only about builds, but also about just how you have to rotate and what your general idea of the build is. So yes. That's too much damage, I guess. I thought if this guy, this here, would look like here, I could have gotten the glyph, but otherwise I couldn't. So sad. I would say, Pure Perplex, I would say it's really important that you play a class or a build, or not a build, but let's say a class or elite spec that you are comfortable with, that you understand. It doesn't have to be the only build you play in PvE, but if you, for example, really like or really enjoy Elementalist, then you should probably stick to Elementalist at first, just so that you don't get overwhelmed by all the stuff that might happen in PvP at the same time. Because playing a new class, that's definitely something that is not something that you want to do at first if you're also going for a new game mode at the same time. I'm not sure we should not take this. I'm not sure. That's a bad spot here. Okay, we got a kill here. Very nice. But on the other side of the map, our Weaver is also dead. Obviously, not good. Just don't push far all the time, please. Nice, we got a decap. Yeah, now he's dead. You can see in the upper right corner, I will give away 3 Blackline skins. In total, they are worth around 50 to 60 gold, maybe even more, I don't know the numbers currently. And it's not the only giveaway that I will do this week, so you have to be a Twitch follower to win, but !ticket in the chat, and yeah, you have a really good chance at winning. There will be more giveaways this week, and subscribers get double the luck. So, very good chance to win. You would miss out in the end if you would not enter. Okay, maybe we have a chance to come back. Our Mesmer is probably dead. I wouldn't have gotten this one, I guess. Sad. Now I got it. It was close and so much bleeding. If you're already in, there will be no confirmation message in the chat. Just ticket, exclamation mark ticket in the chat, and you are in. Just didn't want to get the chat spammed with confirmation messages by the bot. No problem. It's only on Twitch. Sorry, Igor. So there will be more YouTube giveaways in the future, but for now it's only on Twitch. So be sure to check out my Twitch channel if you want to enter the giveaway at least. Of course, all the content will also be on YouTube, so that's not the issue here. That was a nice static field. I interrupted the staff 5 by the Herald. No, that was too greedy. Sad. But I think it's not a good fight anyway. You don't want to have a Weaver in our 3v3. Yes, I think PvP Rush is one of the best Rush events. It's not only helping new players get into PvP, but it's also helping old veterans that are enjoying PvP to just have better matches. Yeah, I think it's helping everyone, so it's a really good thing. You can see all the matches that I played today are actually quite decent. Yeah, glad you enjoy my content. I'm trying to keep it up for sure. Okay, so let's see, what do we have here? So he will steal in a second. Yep, there we go. I just wanted to bait the steal because if I need a cliff here, I can't cliff here right now. I probably can't get that res. That's too much damage. No one is healing me here. I'm just dying off point because they are focusing me. My team doesn't have any focus. It's not that's the sad part about just playing support, because I can't do anything in this situation. Yes, I could have played better, but I would have survived maybe 3 seconds longer. So in this situation, you really are feeling that a support needs the team to make it work. My thief is just standing at close at this point. It's not working out. I mean, if we hold this, we might actually win, but we have to hold it for sure. I can't get this cliff. Okay, I cliffed myself, but I think I will die anyway. Maybe not, but it's still a bad spot to be in. Yeah, I think this is lost. Not very good. Yeah, I've said I tried my best. Yeah, I think a lot of people are actually on the Weaver cope train. Either they don't know anything or something about just the upcoming balance patch that they will buff Weaver, or they're just coping on it hard. Because I think Weaver is not really good in this meta. It gets bursted way too hard by almost any spec, and I mean, this 1-on-1 potential is not even that crazy good. Yeah, that was just not enough. Thanks for the follow, Mr. Merman. By the way, Mr. Mo. Let's go for another one. It's rush after all. So if you have any questions, please be sure to answer them, ask them. I'll try to answer them to the best of my knowledge. Like I said before, I'm a veteran. I know a lot about the game. Doesn't mean I'm good at it. I try my best. But here we go. What would you say is the easiest legendary armor to get as a new player? From YouTube, this question. So I think this is a easy question with a rather long answer because it depends heavily on the game mode that you enjoy. So for example, if you enjoy raiding, so 10 men or 10 player squad content, I would recommend to go for the raid armor because the raid armor is probably the fastest right now if you get every single raid boss. Is it the easiest? Probably not, because it requires you to understand how the raid works and just understand a little bit how to, just play the game. If you don't know a lot about the game, just want to grind for the legendaries, I would say the best one is definitely the open world one. That's just the most grindy one, but you don't have to know anything about the game. You just farm your open world events and that's it. So I would say that's the easiest for a new player, but it also is the most grindy one. So that you have to keep in mind. And then in between, there are the World vs. World and PvP armor. So World vs. World is also really easy. You get it passively just by playing World vs. World, but it takes weeks. You can't speed it up. It takes weeks. That's the fact. So what do we have here? Yeah, so that's my take on that. And PvP is also somewhere in the middle. PvP, you can also get it just passively. You don't have to be good at it, but you have to enjoy the game mode. So that's my most important takeaway message here. If you enjoy a game mode, you can get the armor in the game mode. That's fact. It's a fact. But I would say the fastest is the raid one. The easiest, just from what you have to do, is probably the open world one. But there are no really hard ones. So every single piece of legendary armor can be acquired without understanding too much about the game. I think the fastest way is, of course, to mix and match. So you do one raid piece, you do one World vs. World piece, and one PvP piece, because none of them are time-gated, interlinked in that sense. So every single one has a time gate on its own, most of them. And therefore you can just complete it. And if you combine every single one of those, so that's my statement. What I would, yeah. I also do raid trainings and upload some videos in the future about the PvP, the raids and the bosses. So be sure to stick around on my YouTube channel as well. But there are some very decent guides out there already. So. Yeah, I think he was just asking for legendary armor in specific, so not the trinkets. For trinkets, I would say there's definitely the best way to mix them, because most of them are... Yeah, we have raid trainings. Next one will be on the I would say it's at the end of January, yes. So 29th of January, sorry, that will be the next raid training. And we still have open spots, yeah. So just write me a message, either on Discord or wherever, and you're in. You don't have to have any experience. We will do some easier raid wings, I guess, or depends what the group wants, but I will try my best to help everybody out. Yeah, sure, glad to help. I think raids nowadays are not that hard. It's just the barrier to entry seems higher than it really is. So just try to find people that want to help you, like me, and you will get in there in the end. So you either just join me on my stream when I do the raid training, or you come to my Discord channel or my Discord server. Oh, this is so much burst damage. I got the glyph at least, but I think no one will be able to res me here. That's the life of a support player. I gave my life for my team, and then my team didn't do anything with it. So just join my Discord server. Link is either in the description of my YouTube video or in the description of my Twitch channel. And then you can just sign up for the training in the training channel. There will be at least 1 or 2, maybe even 3 raid trainings every single month. So we will definitely have more in the future. Don't worry. Why is my team... Oh, this would have been such an easy fight here. You should not do that, what I'm doing. Why is my team just running mid against 4 people? Please. I mean, maybe they get a kill here, but it's not a very good 3v3 that we fight here, for sure. I can't get it. I can't get it. Just disengaged. We can't win this. My Necro is so overcommitting here. I don't have Cliff yet, that's the sad part, but maybe we can get the hand res. Yeah, we got it. Very nice. Really, I don't have the pop-ups, and I also did all the masteries. I'm not sure what you are referring to actually. Maybe you don't have, I don't know, what could it be? I don't know. Just making sure to get the cliff. I think this is a good fight here. We are now fighting on our point. We get the kill here on the DH. Careful with the knockback. They got the glyph. So still a drawn out fight is always in our favor because we have a support. They also have one, but my team has, I think, more damage if we can survive. We're also committing here really hard. We have 3 against 2, so that's not where you want to be, definitely not. Yeah, this guy is dead. I'm not sure, I think we can't win this. We just lost a 3v2. Well, it was a 3v3 in the end, but... Getting flamed by my team now, it's really good. Yeah, crazy, I don't know. I actually don't know where it comes from. So, if you have all the masteries, you shouldn't get a pop-up. I'm really, I don't know. I'm not sure if I will not be there in time. That's the classic, people just run in and die and I can't really help them. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe, yeah, the POF ones, yeah, I guess that's the problem. If you, there are 2 Skyscale masteries, one of Soto and one of POF. And if you have only one of them, you get more benefits by having all of them. So that's probably why it pops up. Don't fight here. I mean, I guess it's still winnable. It's a snowbally map, so if we get some kills here, it might work. I think I interrupted the glyph here. Nice, we got a kill, we got another kill. We should now go for the decap here. Someone should go, yes, thanks, not me. And at this point we have the snowball that we wanted to. We just need 120 points to come back. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's the reason. You need all the Skyslam masteries in POF and Soto to get to probably not get annoyed by the pop-out. I'm not sure about it. I have all of them, so I can't tell you, but I think that might be an issue. Please, someone help me. I'm not a... that's not where you want to be as a support. Especially with the thief coming in. I have to leave here. That's just the only thing that I can do here. And now I can, I guess, leave again. We got the kill here. We got... maybe we can come back. Not really sure. My team is a little bit ignoring that I'm support. That's not a good sign. But I try my best here to help my Mirage here, because they will definitely get engaged upon in a second. Yeah, I guess we're back in the lead. That's good. I think our Willbender is almost surely dead. Edit got to disengage. I will just go for the glyph to make sure. He's dead again. I really can't help him. Someone hit him, yeah, very nice. Okay, I think we're in a good spot now. I have to play a little bit safe here, to be honest. Okay, they got the glyph, so we have a fair fight again. That was a nice juke here. Yeah, I think we won the fight for now. One second, then I will answer your question, Cyro. Okay, there. Why is everyone playing with Portal? Or maybe it's the same guy, but it's Portal is just really not that good anymore. Okay, we got the cap. The Weaver is clear. Willbender is already engaging again really hard. I have to play it really safe here, because if I die we might lose the whole map. I think the Willbender is dead and I can't help them. If they can hold out for a little bit longer, I might get the glyph now. but we won the map. That's good. I think that's nice. Yeah, I think that was a very decent match for sure. Yeah, nice. Very nice comeback. Okay, so hello. I'm a Reaper main and I'm trying out a new class, but I feel like Paper super squishy. Am I doing something wrong or is just Reaper too good? I think Reaper is a really strong spec when it comes to tankiness because you have 2 life pools. So that's just helping a lot. And that's why I would say no other class has that except maybe Spectre, but that's it. So if you want to play a PvP build that is almost as tanky, you will probably not find it. But there are classes like Dash points out, Untamed is really strong when it comes to sustain. Scrapper also has some nice sustain backed into the kit with Barrier and stuff. So those might be worth a try. If you're talking about other game modes, let me know, because then it's a little bit different. Yeah. But PvE is definitely, I would say, Reaper is one of the tankiest classes, especially when it comes to raid builds, because you have so much just life force that you can tank with it. Yeah, for sure. But I think Scourge might also be an option because you have overhealing, so you have Barrier. It's called in Guild Wars. That's really, really good as well. So, hello Sarah, welcome. Yeah, I'm good, I'm good. I hope you're good as well. Enjoying the PvP rush for now. Okay, let's check. So, Dash wants to buy stuff with Blackline statuettes. What are good things to get? I think Blackline statuettes are highly undervalued. I think they have a big amount of value. And I can't tell you which skins are in there because I have most of them. Almost all of them. But I can tell you, I would always go for the cheapest ones that you enjoy. Because Blackline statuettes are really, really cheap. Not cheap, really, really valuable. But if you use them for the cheapest skin that you like, you get way more value from them. And if you have a skin that is in the higher one, in the recent ones, and they are way more expensive. So for example, if you like the Neon Demon Mask skin, if you wait a bit, and a bit means maybe 3 months, maybe a little bit longer, it will go into the 21 and it will be way cheaper. So I think my recommendation is buying the cheapest one because I really value statuettes. So that's my take. But I have a little bit of a different take because I have so many skins unlocked in my wardrobe because I unlocked them, all of the wardrobe unlocks. So if I use a wardrobe unlock, I can show you, then I don't have any skins to unlock anymore. So that's the good part. I mean, at least until recently, it was now updated, so I can get all of the skins again, I guess. Let's check. Nice. Yeah, I think for open world, Untamed is the best choice for sure. If you don't struggle with the difficulty of it. It is a little bit difficult because you have so many buttons to press, but I would say it's definitely the best one for sure. I hope that answers your question. I think it's a really good summary. Yeah, I think Untamed doesn't have that baseline tankiness, but if you don't get one shot, you heal so fast that it feels like you have a second life pool. So that's definitely my take on the matter. Yeah. Yeah. But I think it's my most important tip if you're looking for a new class is always playing a class that you enjoy, because in the end, if you know what you're doing, every single class in the game can feel really, really strong, especially in open world. I proved that with my open world build guides. I will make every single one of them, every single spec in the future, if I not have already. So all of them can feel really, really good. So if you enjoy a particular spec, you should go for it. For example, like several points out on YouTube, mech is also extremely strong. It's so easy to play that you can focus way more on mechanics and it will deal damage by itself. So yes, you might not be as tanky as a Reaper, but in the end, you might feel as tanky because you have the ability to dodge stuff that you might not see if you have to focus on a difficult rotation, for example. But that's just my take, you know. If you like to have a challenge like Dash, then definitely Untamed, maybe Chronomancer, maybe Berserker. Those are the specs that are a little bit more difficult. Or Renegade even, yeah. Yeah, I think Untamed is in a weird spot for me because Untamed feels like a core ranger with more buttons. And that's not something that I particularly wanted. I really like elite specs that are taking a different approach to the class. So for example, I really enjoy Weaver just by design. So I will probably make a tier list in the future where I talk about how I enjoy classes just from design. And for example, from the design, I don't like Catalyst. I think Catalyst is carried by just the raw numbers, that you have so much boom duration and yeah, just yeah, that's just my take, definitely. I think it's very nice that everyone has a different opinion, and if we can talk about it as civilized people, I think that's perfect. I think I definitely accept and even can understand your opinion on that matter if you say Untamed is cool, but I think Untamed misses a little bit the uniqueness of elite specs. That's just my take. I think Catalyst is the same, and yeah, like Galen points out, it feels like a core elementalist. And Filthy Casual here in the chat also always says core elementalist is even better than Catalyst, just from the design. That might be a take you can have. I'm not sure if it's the only one, probably not, but I would say Catalyst is not the most exciting class to play. Why is everyone playing Reaper? We have 4 Reapers in a match, and that's the I think the 3rd match in a row where this is the case. Yeah, exactly. So after this match, we will do the giveaway. Exclamation mark ticket in the chat. You have to be a Twitch follower to win. And subscribers get double the luck. And we are doing a giveaway for around 50 to 60 gold. Just some Blackline skins. Thanks for the follow, Tentori. And yeah, good luck. And after this match, we will draw the winner. So be sure to enter. Mirage is really strong, but really difficult. So what I will tell you after I get a kill here or something a little bit less. Of course, as soon as I engage, I get CC'd. They have a lot of area denial, so I have to be careful here. They have a lot of damage. And again I get CC, that's not even normal here. Maybe I should just engage with my F3, just be really greedy here. Do they have another cliff? That's not even... They playing a double support, that's not even funny here. I think we have the kill here. Nice. Yeah, so my answer, if Mirage is really, really good in PvP, especially with the spear, but it plays like an Untamed. What do I mean by that? Untamed is really difficult, or most difficult class I would say to play in PvE, but Mirage plays the same in PvP. It's extremely difficult because it has not a lot of defense, just some dodging. And if you dodge at the right time, it feels really tanky. But if you dodge at the wrong time, it's over. So that's really important to understand. And maybe we get the kill here. That's a lot of damage. Okay, I forced the invuln. I did not expect this guy to stop midway, I have to be honest. I will catch up in the chat after this match, okay? Just let me focus on it for a while. I think it's over anyway. I think the team and the enemy team is surrendering already. Yeah, sometimes matches are just not fair. That happens. Okay, let me catch up on chat. Untamed in PvP is the same as in PvE. It is a really durable build that makes... Actually, if you know how to play it, it looks really, really strong. But if you don't know how to play it, you feel so weak. So it's the most extreme build when it comes to just differences between skill ceiling and skill floor. So that's my take on the matter. Actually, both Mirage and Untamed. Yeah, I would say Berserker is the best option for the open world Untamed. Just because Celestial is forcing you in a Condi build most of the time, and power builds, I would say, are superior when it comes to damage output and just ease of use. And for Untamed, the healing is better, especially. This guy's really fast. Oh, now he's dead. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think Untamed is in a privileged position because it gets most of the value from the trades, and you don't have to play any defensive gear. That's really strong. That makes it so strong, actually. This guy is probably the reason why they lost the match. It's really, really not good, and they are also trapping, but okay. Yeah, I think that's the most important thing. That's also what I started my which class you should pick guide on YouTube, where I showcase every single class. Be sure to check that out if you haven't already. Especially as a new player, I really put a lot of effort in the video about showcasing every single spec, how it just is playing in every single game mode. So I think that might help you. But at the beginning of the video, I say play the class that the design intrigues you the most, because only then you will enjoy it for a long while. If you don't enjoy the class that you play just because you play it because someone said it's a strong class, you will not play it for long, believe me. So that's really important. Yeah, I think it's the important thing here is, Winslow, I think it's funny, but you should not be toxic. So if I, as a veteran, encounter someone that is definitely not as good as me, I don't write to them and say, oh, you're so shit at the game, just quit PvP. I think it's really important to say to them, if you have to say something, that was not good, but give constructive feedback if you want to help them. Or just don't write anything, because being toxic doesn't help anybody. So I really like to emphasize that if new people, like with the PvP rush, get into the game mode, we want to welcome them with a healthy environment and not being toxic and scare them away as soon as we just encountered him multiple times. So that's not good. Definitely, that's my take on the matter. Yeah, I guess it's illusional. Yes, that might be definitely true, but at least I can try to get the statement across. You know, I think this sentiment is really important to me, but not a lot of people do that. I know toxicity in competitive games is always the case. Yes, I get that, but at least I can, yeah, preach that. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the same thing. I think that's the craziest thing about all, is that PvP is competitive, yeah, and people are toxic because they're competitive. But the funny thing is, I think actually the open world metas are often more toxic than PvP because people expect them to succeed, and if someone is throwing and multiple people are throwing because they don't know what to do, and the meta fails, people can get really, really toxic. If you ever encountered an Auric Basin meta where someone is not doing the correct south push or one burn and stuff, they get really toxic really fast. So I think that's really crazy how people are always being so negative. I think it's really important you play a video game. You want to have fun in it. And if someone else is destroying your fun because they are toxic, that's not a good thing. So I really try to emphasize that in my streams, that being nice is very important. I always try to explain what I did wrong, what someone else did wrong, but in a nice way. It's not nice if I say they are shit and don't explain why or help them get better. I think that's really important. Okay, let's see. They have again a fully burst comp. Probably pushing far here again. So let's see. No. That's not good. Let's just see. Yeah, that's not a good match, I would say. That's not good if you play against Tracé and probably, where is it? Someone else with him. No, probably solo queue Tracé. Yeah, it's a tough match. Let's see if we can carry. Tracé is also playing Power Herald. It's actually crazy. Why is everyone playing Power Herald right now? They are just farming here, so I will not go there. But I think at this point it's probably over. Yeah, I tried to pot there, but apparently you can't pot with the F3 there. Because you, for example, with Blink you can actually pot there. Not good. At least my Thief gets the decap for that. No, it doesn't. Okay, sad. Not a good rotation for sure. I mean, I don't want to get farmed by Tracé here, but... I don't know, my F3 is really not working. Yeah, this match is lost for sure. Not a good match to play Willbender here. Yeah. It's actually looking closer than it is. They are just farming on us off respawn. It's not something you want to have. Now they are getting beast as well. I mean, I got 2 people with the emote. That's actually good. That's not. Okay, we got another kill here. Maybe it's not lost in the end. Our Guardian is actually doing a good job here at far. But I don't want to get my hopes up there against Jose. They will definitely die in the next few seconds. Sad. I wanted to port to the Guardian here, but it didn't work out. Our Ranger's just standing close, which is obviously not something you want to do, because that means we will lose the map probably for sure. I'm not sure. I should try focus Jose just to maybe get a kill, because he's squishy, so I can actually kill him. I don't know. You should not hold the point against 2 people here, but is this a support mesmer? Probably not. Yeah, Herald is really good against Willbender, that's true. I think our Chrono is dead here. Rather help my team on the other side of the map than push into a 1v2 again. Nice, we got 2 kills here. I mean, it's actually a really close match. I did not expect that it will be this close. But Sheaf is going for the decap here. We have also got someone going for Beast. Yeah, Herald is really good against me. It's bursting me so hard. I can't kill them that fast. But my team is actually making it work quite decently well here. Welcome, Archname. Welcome. Don't forget to enter the giveaway. Exclamation mark ticket in the chat. You have to be a Twitch follower to win. Subscribers get double the luck. We have a giveaway going for around 50 to 60 gold of Blackline skins. If you are already entered, the bot will tell you this message. This is a really push here for sure. As soon as he turns, I have to be careful because there will definitely be a kill. Because if he engages on me, I'm so dead. Okay, let him bleed, let him bleed, let him bleed. Yeah, it's actually crazy that we seem to have won the match here. It's crazy to go far here, but I have to reinforce my team because they will be on respawn or... We have to cleave just to make sure that we don't get all of them at the same time. Yeah, and we won. Easy win against Rosé. Not really, was not easy, but was a nice match. Okay, so now let's do the giveaway. So we have a question here. Is the development of the next expansion announced? So I think they confirmed with the release of Chante Wilds that the next expansion will happen this year. We don't know anything about how it will be called, what it will contain, but it will be another of those yearly expansions. So we can expect it somewhere in August probably, maybe late September, early September, something like this. And it will be on the same schedule as Soto and Chante Wilds. So we don't know anything, but we know it will happen. That's the only confirmation we have. And they will probably announce it quite soon, let's say February probably. Then they will call it something different, what will happen, if it will be bigger, if it will be some, I don't know, we will see. But it's definitely probably in late August, early September. That's quite sure that it will happen then. Because until then we have a roadmap, and in August we don't. That's the biggest giveaway. Okay. Speaking of giveaways, we will now do the giveaway. I hope everyone is entered. Exclamation mark ticket in the chat. You have to be a Twitch follower to win. Subscribers get double the luck. 50 gold giveaway or something. And let's see who will win. We have a little bit more time. Winslow, you're already in. I give you, let's say, 30 more seconds just to make sure. And yeah, I guess it's time now. Let's see. And the winner is Green Yice. Congrats to you. I hope you're still here. If you are, please let me know in the chat your account name so I can send you your gifts, your, yeah, there you are, perfect. Just let me know your account name so I can send it to you. Don't be sad if you didn't win. We will do more giveaways tomorrow and on Saturday. And you can see you don't have to be a subscriber to win. We have still win streaking the followers only, no subscribers, one yet. So that's, I guess, interesting, but I guess that's how RNG works. So congrats to you, Green guys. Yes, final strategy from YouTube. I also try to do YouTube giveaways. However, on YouTube it's not that easy because people can comment a little bit harder in that sense, because I can't really confirm it that easily with chatbots and stuff. But I will do it for sure in the future. Currently it's just on Twitch. So don't be sad, there will be a giveaway on YouTube. Especially there will be a big one coming up where I give away a legendary. Don't want to tease you too much, but there will be a legendary giveaway on YouTube. So keep an eye out for that. There is the account name. Perfect. I hope it's correct. And congrats again. There you go. And I guess let's do some more roaming a little bit. I think this was enough PvP for today. Yeah, don't worry, more giveaways to come. I don't want to make a giveaway only channel, but I have some stuff still lying around, so I wanted to give it away. During a stream, it's always a good time to do so. And let's quickly change it. Okay. There we go. So, like I said earlier, I really enjoy Elementalist currently. I think in competitive modes especially, but in all game modes, I think Elementalist is in a really good spot. So I really like to play it in World vs. World. It has a really nice dagger option for roaming. It has a really strong build, in my opinion at least, for cloud gaming. So if you play not organized, not as a classical squad, but still want to have some circ fights, some defenses going, this is also possible, and staff is really good in open fights. It's really nice. So I think Elementalist is my favorite profession when it comes to World vs. World. Just from the utility it provides for sure. So Dash has an interesting question here. Why didn't you start earlier with Guild Wars 2 content creation? So I played Guild Wars 2 almost since it launched in 2012. Almost. Not completely, but almost. And I just played it for fun. I was always going for maximizing stuff and trying to get better. But it never occurred to me to go for content creation, just because I played it in my free time and stuff. But at some point I noticed that people, especially when I had some, for example, raid static and stuff, they talked to me and they also said really good at explaining stuff, and just a decent person to listen to when it comes to learning stuff. And then I thought, yeah, why not? There are not that many content creators in Guild Wars 2. Why not make something out of your knowledge, give it to other people? And I really enjoy having something to do in Guild Wars 2, because for me, the game is just, I have fun. I don't have any goals in the game anymore, which is sad because I'm a goal-driven player. I like to play the game for fun, but at the same time also have a goal in mind. So I like to grind towards something. Yes, that's a weird mindset for an MMO player. No joking, of course, but I really like to go for goals. And nowadays, let's say the last year or so, I did not have that many goals anymore. I completed all my goals. So I thought, I still enjoy the game. Why not do something that is somewhat outside of the game? A goal outside of the game that is still somewhat letting you play the game and having fun while doing it, but still having something to work on. And I think content creation is really good because not a lot of people actually play Guild Wars 2 and create content anymore, which is a sad part. But a lot of people still look for guides for Guild Wars 2, and I think it's really important that you have someone that is knowledgeable and is delivering them. So that's why I started doing it. And I hope I can continue that because I really enjoy it right now. And I also hope that you, as the viewer base, enjoys watching me. And as even more important, actually, that if you don't enjoy a particular part of my content that I produce, please let me know. It's really important to me that I get feedback from you because I'm still quite new to this. And I really would like to have feedback on anything that just relates to something that I can do better. So of course, if you don't enjoy the class that I play, I'm not sure if I will change it just because of your take. But if you have something that is really helpful as a feedback, constructive criticism, that helps a lot. Yeah, I think it's actually true what Dash says. I think Guild Wars 2 is, I'm not sure, of course there are no official numbers when it comes to how many people play it, but I think a lot of people play it really, really casually, and a lot of people are playing it without really committing hardcore in the game, but are still enjoying it. So I think Guild Wars 2 is in the top 5 MMOs when it comes to player numbers, I guess. And not a lot of people actually are creating content, especially on Twitch. There are not a lot of streamers on Twitch, which is really sad. But I try my best to just bring content to you, and I hope that doesn't matter how many other content creators are out there. Yeah. That was my take on the matter. But let's see how it develops. I made a video about Guild Wars 3. Let's see if that really happens. If it happens, maybe I will change to Guild Wars 3. But for now, I'm sticking to Guild Wars 2 for sure. What class build would you recommend in going into PvP as a newbie? So when it comes to PvP, I would say my first recommendation is play a class that you are comfortable with, because you will get into PvP, which is a hard game mode. You have to understand what you're doing, and oftentimes you are not really capable of learning everything at once. So if you're learning a new class and a new game mode, it might be too much. You will be overwhelmed. So my recommendation is play something that you somewhat know. It doesn't have to be the exact build. So for example, if you enjoy Reaper and PvE, then maybe you should try Reaper and PvP and just change a little bit the build. Of course, that is currently meta, but don't change the class at the same time. So that's my first tip. But if you are somewhat decent on a lot of classes, then you can also, of course, ask which class is currently the best or somewhat easy to get into. And that, I would say, is probably Willbender is quite decent, because it's actually dealing damage on a Willbender is quite easy. And I would highly recommend you to do that, to try it out, because it's not that hard to deal damage. And if you learn how to play the game mode and learn how to sustain and survive on a Willbender, you will be really, really good. And that's a thing that I would say is fun. If you're more of a side-noting player, so if you want to have more one-on-ones and stuff, then I would recommend probably Catalyst. Catalyst is in a really good spot right now, in my opinion. So Catalyst, in my eyes, is probably the best side-noter. So if you like to play side-note, that would be my choice, duelist style. And the last thing, if you want to play support, so if you are a support man, you want to help your teammates, then I would say the best option here would probably be Tempest with Staff or Chronomancer. Both of them are not that easy to play, but if you want to play support, they are just the only choices that you have. Yes, definitely. I think if you're a new player, you should probably not play something that is extremely squishy and can't survive on its own. So, for example, a Power Reaper might not be the optimal choice, which is obviously also not a good build right now. But it's always, yeah, it's always a little bit hard to say which build you should pick, because sometimes you like the playstyle way more of a different build than other new guys. So be sure to check out my video where I rank all the classes, because I also talk about how easy they are to play. My PvP video. PvP tier list of December, I think. So that's the most up-to-date one. Why is everyone wanting to kill me here? Just want to survive. Let me live, please. Yes, so Green Guys, I have done videos about how to counter a specific class. I will continue to do this. Currently, I have the Willbender one that you already mentioned. I also have a Harbinger one. And the last one is Mesmer one in general, because most Mesmers can be countered the same, I would say. So those three I currently have. Can you let me alone, please? Yeah, it's insane. I really try to play games and have fun without burning out. I think that's from the start. I've said I wanted to make sure that I don't burn out. So I tried to find something that I enjoy doing and enjoy doing content about. As soon as this changes, if I don't have any fun about it anymore, I will also change my content. I always think it's important that I don't burn out, because then nobody will get anything from my content anymore, because I will not produce it anymore. So I'm not sure. I just want to change my build so I can 1-on-1 this guy. Please let me change the build. Nice. Okay. Yeah, definitely. I think players are different than streamers. Streamers are obviously way easier to burn out than a player. A player just can quit the game and come back whenever, but a streamer is a little bit harder. You have to be consistent, I guess. Sadly, I can't get to my Zerg. I would really like to get to them, but I'm not sure if that's the best way to counter Mesmer, but it's definitely a way, Filthy Casual, for sure. I think one of the best tips I gave in that video is probably the one that you have to be aware of the instant cast skills and try to just take advantage of how they are instant cast. Yes, that's true, but not all of them can be cast all the time, because, for example, the mantra that is power blocking only works if you are facing the enemy. So in only 180 degrees, it's possible to hit the enemy. And that's actually crazy, because that means if you position yourself correctly when you play against the Mesmer, they are not able to hit you with this skill. So that's really good if you know how to do this. So that's what I mentioned as well and show in my video. Yeah, sure, let me know your secret. I'm really interested. Just fighting here some guards to get the participation. Yeah, I think filthy caching, that's a tip that is actually not stupid. I think if you're playing predictable, that's one of the worst mistakes you can do. If you, for example, play against a willbender that is always doing the same rotation, the first time it might kill you. The second time it might kill you again. But at least after 2-3 times, it's very unlikely that you will be dying to the same rotation. So if you always do the same thing, I think it's not very healthy, or not very sustainable how you can just succeed with it. But if you are playing chaotic and you somewhat don't know what you are doing to some extent, then how can your enemy predict what you are doing if you don't even know it yourself? I think that's definitely a really nice thing to do. Of course, you should not do it too much. Yeah, there's definitely a way where you do it too much. But in the end, if you succeed with it, it's actually crazy if you know how to play chaotic at the same time and don't overdo it. I'm not sure if I will ever get in here, probably not. I think my team is farming then here, but I can't get in. I also have a clip where I play back in the days, I think it was two years ago or something, where Power Chrono was actually decent. The Power Chrono was decent, and I was playing against 3 people, and I had 100 health or something, and I had my blink up. And of course I could have blinked away, but what did I do? I blinked back in the fight and killed 2 of them and rallied myself after that. So sometimes it's very nice if you can make it work to some extent of playing aggressive and chaotic, because then people don't expect you to do it just with your burning speed as well. But if you overdo it, then it will not work. You will just die. So you have to find a nice middle ground for sure. Yeah, I think it's a good sign if the enemy team focuses you for sure, because then you know that if you can survive, your team gets value out of that. I think that's one of the best things you can achieve. Of course, that might in the early days, if you start out, feel really sad, because if you die all the time because everyone is focusing you, that feels not good. I get that, but if you can survive and your team can do something in the meantime, that's probably one of the best positions you want to be in, because if you then can outplay them, even the enemy team, not in only your team, but also you will get something out of it. For sure. Yeah, I think that's also a very valid thing to do, to just try to survive as long as you can. I think that's a very underrated thing to do in PvP. You don't have to win a node if you can make 2 people stay at you or kite. If you kite, you can still win the match because your team will just be outnumbered on the map. So if you just annoy them so much because they can't kill you, you survive for 5 minutes straight against 2 people. You don't have to have the point. You get enough value from just surviving if there are 2 people consistently following you. Of course, that's not true if you're only one in a 1-on-1, because in a 1-on-1, if you just survive, that's not good enough if you don't hold the point. If you hold the point, that's well. The only reason why you want to hold another player in a 1-on-1 without winning it is if the other player is better than you, because then your team also gets an advantage out of that. But that's oftentimes you don't even know. So that's my take on the matter. Come on, please let us in here. You won't win this, you know. I heal from your conditions. That's not a smart thing to do here. No, all of them are coming. Not good. I think, did I get one here? Oh no. I think my team died and now the com is logging off. Sad. Yeah, I think that's the stream for today. So, some nice PvP. Hope you enjoyed it. We will do a stream tomorrow as well. Be sure to be there. We will do a big giveaway again. More than today. And be sure to check out my YouTube. You know the drill. Follow, subscribe. Check out my Discord, where we announce all the raid trainings, for example. Thanks for all the follows and subs. Really appreciate that. And yeah, it was a nice stream. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Wish you a very nice evening. And hope to see you tomorrow.